Fight fans and shitheads, it's Andrew Assassin Watson.
It's your boy Wilson.
Bobby.
And we're joined on air by Calie Cutler, the Honey Badger, #1 ranked pound for pound female professional fighter here in Michigan. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
So, we weren't too sure. We were, in talks with your manager, about setting up the interview and everything, and he was trying to figure out the best scheduled time for you, saying you were going out to TriStar. Are you already out in TriStar camp, or are you still here in Michigan?
No, I'm leaving tonight.
Nice.
Yes.
We heard from what Bobby was saying, you're going to be rooming with JoJo, what's her last name, Collarwood? Collarwood.
Yeah, I heard she's out there. I actually didn't know that until after I had planned on going, so that was kind of cool. I heard because she's out there, there's a lot of girls that are going out there to go practice, so it should be a really good practice because there's a lot of girls out there. So
right. Now, do you have any? We know you just had the King of the Cage fight for the championship belt. Now, are you preparing for a next fight coming up? Like, you already have one scheduled, or is that just you going out there to try something new for 6 weeks?
Yeah, just going out there to train. Haven't scheduled anything. Really just going to work on my skill set right now. Just focus on what I need to practice on, then schedule a fight. So.
Okay, now you're already 7 fights into your professional career. How many amateur fights did you have?
11, and then I had 2 Muay Thai and 1 boxing.
So, you're about almost 30 fights, into just mixed martial arts as a whole. Let's take it a little further back. What made you get into MMA?
Well, I used to wrestle for college. I wrestled for 9 years, and had a death in the family, so I stopped wrestling. And that year that I wasn't competing was the most miserable year of my entire life. So I thought, I just needed to have something, and I always wanted to try MMA, so I just jumped right in.
Now, you wrestled for Eastern Michigan?
No, I wrestled for Jamestown College out in North Dakota. I did do a little bit, I did do the Eastern program just a little bit, not really, just more for fun. But I officially wrestled for Jamestown College.
Okay. Well, what is your favorite striker submission to use? You said, so you already went into you had a box, you used to box, you've had Muay Thai fights, for most people that have seen you fight, you're a very explosive and technical, talented striker. So, out of your striking and your submissions, what's your favorite strike, your go-to to use? And if the fight hits the ground, what's the fastest submission that you like to set up?
I like the lead hand uppercut just because, every time it lands, I can almost hear it. I can, hear the jaw, and it's just something about that just makes me smile a little. Just the way it, gets right in there. And, submission-wise, I really like the, top mount, what do you call it? Oh, I don't even know the words. Triangle. I like the top mount triangle just because it's fun. You get to punch them and submit them at the same time. So, a little bit of both.
Get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're on your back and you got a triangle and you can, throw kind of like hammer fists a little bit, but they're not that effective. But yeah, if you're in full mount and they don't want to tap right away, you can rain down some punches and make the submission look a little bit better.
Right. Yes. Yep.
Question on my mind: where did the nickname the Honey Badger come from?
Well, when I first started MMA, my coaches were kind of nervous to put me up against a boxer because I just did not know striking when I first started. Hands were kind of weird to me. most of my investment is kind of like more in my lower body from wrestling. So like, I just didn't know how to like throw punches or defend against punches. So I like fought a boxer, and they were like so nervous to have me fight her. And as soon as like the bell rang, I just like went sprinting towards her, even though like she was like punching at me, and took her down. And like someone was like, "That girl just does not give a fuck." So like, that's how that came about, because Honey Badger don't give a fuck. So.
And that's what impresses me the most, is knowing now that you started off a wrestler, and as you say, they were scared to put you up against a boxer. But if anybody watches your fights now, they would not ever fucking thought that you wrestled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know. It's kind of weird. I've really, really like morphed myself like throughout the years. Like I feel like I'm a different fighter every year. So.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it like you don't have good takedowns, or your ground game is phenomenal. Just your striking is leaps and bounds, more advanced than most females, you see here in the state of Michigan, or even anywhere you watch pro fighters. It's a very, some people have that play it safe type of, fighting style, especially in the, even in the men's divisions. But, you go out there and you start, you want to bang right away.
Oh yeah. There was a time where I just took time off of grappling just to focus on my striking, because I knew I had to, I wanted to get outside my comfort zone, so that's what I did. That's why I took, a few striking matches of just straight striking, because I didn't want to have to always just rely on the grappling. Like, I'm here to be a mixed martial artist, not just, an all-around grappler.
Now, people here in Michigan know that you train out of Team Jacked and Tan, also known as Macomb Mixed Martial Arts. Is there any place else besides them and TriStar that you've been to that you train at and kind of keep in your arsenal?
No, those are the two gyms I go to. Yeah, those are.
Speaking of that, have you always been at Team Jacked and Tan, or was that kind of a move that you?
No, I started out at Scorpion Fighting System. They're like right here in my town that I live in.
That's where you started, your amateur, didn't you? Before you started your pro career is when you made the jump over to the Macomb Mixed Martial Arts?
Yes.
Okay. Talking about, making that transition, who do you give the most credit to, coaching-wise, that has helped you with that striking aspect of your fight game?
Well, they definitely are my current team's the one who really cleaned up my striking. They started striking since they were like little kids, so they really just helped with my movement a lot. And then TriStar has been really helping out too. They have like all sorts of specialists. Like they have a jab specialist. They have like a footwork specialist. So you get like there's more than one element to striking. There's more than one opinion on styles of striking, like whether it's like boxing or kickboxing or Muay Thai. So you just kind of have to like figure out what's good for you and what's going to play into your style. So really, like I've had multiple different people with multiple different styles teach me what I know, and I just kind of morphed it all into what worked for me.
Now knowing that they have a jab specialist makes a lot of damn sense on how GSP can break people's orbital bones with just a jab.
Yeah.
But right now, in your career, what is like your dream fight? Who's the one person that, whether it be the UFC or any other organization in the world, who's that one female fighter right now in your weight division that you say, like, yeah, if I got a call from no matter who it is, I would love to fucking fight her?
I guess really any girl in UFC, to be honest. Like I don't know. I don't have like a dream girl to fight. I guess I would like to fight another wrestler. If there was another wrestler who had like a top notch like wrestling pedigree, like she like just was like known for her wrestling. I would love that because I would like to see how I'd stack up against someone with the same history as I've had, just to see where I'm at and what I could do.
Well,
how would I beat myself?
The 115 division, don't we have? Tisha's kind of more of a wrestling back. Tisha Torres.
No, she's a karate background.
Well, her wrestling is one of the better. She has great takedowns. Carla is more of a.
Carla is the
wrestler. Carla from the Ultimate Fighter this a couple of years ago or 2 years ago now. What is it? Espressa?
Something.
Yeah, something along the lines.
You slaughtered it. I'm not going to take a chance at doing it.
Me either. I shouldn't even try. That's why I didn't want to. But, there are some people that, have that wrestling background, but it's not something you see too much out of the females, in the 115 or even, 135 division. It's just not.
Right,
A lot of them like to stand up and play it safe.
Yep. That's why it's so fun to wrestle.
So at the end of the day, what, of fighting, how would you like for your fans, to look back and remember you?
I just want to be really entertaining. I want to, do things that other people don't do, just just different stuff. I just want to be known as different, explosive, and fun.
So basically, you want your fans to think back and remember that the Honey Badger don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Who's your inspiration?
I never know how to answer this question. I guess Rhonda, she really opened up the door for people, and I've actually followed Holly home for a long time, and just everything she's done throughout her whole lifetime. It's very admirable that she has been doing this for so long, and she's been so dominant for so long. But really, the people I look up to are more the people who are pushing me forward, more directly in my life people, inspirational people. You reach out for that, but you have to have someone behind you pushing you at the same time. And I guess it's just it's more the people who directly affect me in my life that they put all the time into you, and it's very inspirational to see someone put time even though they're not going to get anything really out of it themselves. I just want to see you succeed.
One thing I can say, especially about your head coaches and your whole team over there at McComb Mixed Martial Arts, is that everybody over there has the highest beliefs in each other, and they really try to push each other. And when you guys, no matter what event, if one of you guys are fighting, it's it's like a fucking family, or you guys always can see the whole group's there. And you really see what Connor and Corey have done over the last couple of years with opening their new gym. And, they're guys they believe in 100% no matter what. And, when you have people like that behind you, it makes you start believing in yourself even more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And those are the people who really are, the biggest driving factors, So.
Now, there's multiple ways. You were just talking, about fighting and everything, and the wrestling aspect. You want to fight a wrestler next. When it comes down to fighting and getting ready for a fight, are you one of the people that like to watch video and really train for that certain type of fighter, or are you the type of person that just trains your way to fight because especially MMA shit happens and people sometimes fights have to change up? So, what is it that you like to do? Are you do you become obsessive and repeatedly watch video and try to work on that?
No, I definitely, I do watch them, and I do kind of take general notes. If they have something very specific about them, they have one very, very intricate move, I'll study that one little move very well, but I don't like to overthink it, because MMA, you just don't know what's going to happen, and you get too stuck on too much detail, you're gonna forget that other shit happens, So I watch as much as I feel like I need to watch without overthinking it and like more thinking like, how am I going to do my game? You know, how is she going to study me? How am I going to change up my game for this fight? So I do watch them, and but not like a lot.
Now, in your whole career, amateur or professional, what has been your favorite fight that you were in? Like, what is the number one fight that you look back and just think like, hey, I had the most fun that fight?
My last one, I was having a lot of fun for the first 4 rounds. I remember specifically as I was fighting, going like, this is like the time of my life. But I also like my first kickboxing fight. That just because it was my first like raw striking experience that I had to like take out the wrestling and just like let my hands go. And it was the first time I kind of started realizing I had hands. So it was kind of like, a birth of a new thing. So that one was a lot of fun. And then my first MMA fight, just because, it was something new, fun, and shiny. I'll never forget my first one. So.
Yeah, the transition, that makes a lot of sense for you to say, one of your favorites being the kickboxing, because that's where you can't go to the ground no matter what happens. You're forced to. And, great thing that you decided to do it, because, look at, where you are today. Has there been anybody, that you've watched or that you've fought, that you've thought, hey, maybe they're, a little quicker, maybe a little bit this, and then you get in there and surprise yourself by how, by the way that you were able to just pick them apart?
Yeah, when I fought Lindsay Garbett, she's like a world champion boxer, and like I was so scared to like go against with her with hands, but like I don't know, she just kept jabbing me and I couldn't get in, and I just remember being like so frustrated out of nowhere. I just like exploded forward, and like I actually like knocked her to the ground with a punch, just because I was just so angry that like she was getting the better of me. So like, and that's when I was like, whoa, I have hands, like. But.
Now, if you could look back through the coaches you've had, wrestling, MMA, what's the greatest piece of advice you've gotten?
My college wrestling coach used to always tell us this all the time, and it's make the adjustment. Like you might have a game plan, might fail you miserably, pick up, adjust it, keep going. You know what I mean? Like you're always gonna like fall down, and things aren't going to go your way, so you're just going to have to, like, constantly change your game plan. And my wrestling coach definitely, like, he used to play mind game with us all the time, where, like, we had to, like, figure out, like, puzzles as we were, like, doing, like, physical activity, you know what I mean? Like, and that's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, like, make the adjustment. So.
Now, when you prepare for a fight, do you train with one certain person, or depending on the fight, you'll just grab other teammates and use their strengths to help you?
I mean, I favor the people that have the body types and the skill set that my opponent does, but, like, being a girl, I don't really have the luxury of being picky. Like, I'm practicing with guys most of the time, like, oh, this guy is almost the same height as my girl, but, I'm not fighting a guy, so it's still kind of, like, not really matching up too well. So, I try, but you're not going to always get your opponent at practice.
Sometimes you got to take what you got to take to make it work.
Yep.
Now, I know you said that you don't have any fight set in stone, just yet, but is there anything else, in the upcoming future that, you would like to be on, like anything that is in the talks, like maybe rumor or so, that you possibly thinking about?
No, it's all kind of up in the air right now. We're getting, like, a whole bunch of offers, but we're kind of sorting through them right now, so.
Okay, well, when you get, a fight contract and you get a fight, we would definitely like to know. We can help promote as much as possible. But, before we get you off there, any shout-outs or, things to sponsors, anybody you want to say?
Oh, no, some supposed to write these down and say them, and I totally forgot that, and like I'm such a bad person.
Oh no, sorry.
Shoot, there's like 10 of them. Oh no. All right, I know by email cards. Frank Steiner. Hard merchandise. The people up in Maine. You know, fishing boat captain for like the show. He sponsors me.
Nice.
Oh, that's all I can think of.
I'm
sorry, guys.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate having you on, and we look forward to talking with you in the future, and hear about some upcoming fights.
All right. Yep. Nice talking to you guys too.
All right. Thank you for coming on. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, I did not mean to do that to her.
That's all right. I mean, things happen, man.
It's just a question I had.
Well, the thing is, she's got a lot going on. Like she said, she's leaving for TriStar.
She made a nice adjustment. She got 3 people out.
Yeah, she got 3. But yeah, oh my god.
Here you go, Calie. You're more than welcome to throw them on the Cage in the Cave page. If you remember them, throw them up there.
Yeah. Damn it! I mean, I asked everybody the same question at the end of the show.
It's fine. She didn't do anything wrong. She's busy.
Oh, she said, "Damn it! I was supposed to write these down." But no, for anybody listening in, that was Calie Cutler, the Honey Badger, Michigan's #1 pound-for-pound ranked female fighter. So good interview.
Commissioner Bobby does it again.
Well, actually, we have to thank her manager.
Yeah, Sam Wojciechowski.
All right.
They contacted the Cage in the Cave page. It was basically like, hey, you guys want to interview Calie? Or like,
the thing is me and Andrew were talking.
Yeah.
Me and Andrew were talking the week before, and we're like, we need to get a female on here. Lo and behold, Sam messaged. I'm like, really?
See,
read our mind.
When you speak it comes to fruition.
Well, what's funny is we needed to get
it right home.
Yeah,
we haven't had a female in a while.
And we even mentioned like the only couple that we thought was Lisa Anderson and Calie and a couple others. And
Elaine Santiago too.
Yeah, Elaine Santiago. And lo and behold, as he said, within that week, Sam Wojciechowski contacted us and was like, hey, would you guys like to interview Elaine Santiago or Calie Cutler? And we're like, yeah.
All right, appreciate that.
So possibly in the next coming weeks, we'll be able to interview Elaine next.
Maybe,
baby.
Talk to Sam.
Maybe.
So what's on deck, man?
What's on deck? Well, we missed last week. We had the UFC event that we didn't really get to talk about at all.
Who cares?
And then it happened later on at night. But
we're covering Michigan stuff.
This is what I want to get to, though. A Michigan fighter, Darren Cruikshank, fought on the card. Put on a hell of a show, but was still finished in the third round. He was up 2 rounds to none and going into the third. And, took another loss and, got stopped.
Here's the thing, though. He threw everything at Paul Fedler.
He fucking hit him with sweet chin music.
He did hit him with sweet chin music. And hats off to Paul, because you took everything that Darren threw at you and ate it and said, give me more.
Now, I seen somebody in the state of Michigan, I'm not going to say any names, before this fight happened, they said, upcoming next, fight for a bus ticket to Bellator. Talking about the Paul Felder, Darren Cruikshank fight. Before, the fight. It's because both these guys have been able to win some impressive fights, but have also lost some, fights quite recently. Darren and I now believe being on his 3rd loss in a row.
I think so.
What do you think? Do you think that was a fight? Do you think Darren's very exciting, and I think that's what's really kept him in the UFC?
I think that's what's going to keep him in this fight, is that it was an exciting fight. Darren put on a hell of a show, and I think that's going to keep him in.
He can't afford a 4th loss.
No, there's been nobody that's been able to afford a 4th loss.
He can't. He's too impressive, man. He really has some of the best striking in the 55 division.
So who should he fight that can put him over the top that he can beat?
He's such an impressive striker that he can beat a lot of the guys in the top 15. He can. I don't know what's been going on with him lately. Submissions, you know what I mean, is one thing that he's been getting caught with, man. He looks phenomenal standing up, and lately when it's been going on the ground, things just haven't been going his way. I have nothing about the utmost respect for Darren Cruikshank. I've known him, for years. He's been on, Just Roll With It. He's been on Local Spin. He's, been on our Cave Radio broadcastings from the TXC shows. We've sat there and talked with him. He's been around Michigan for years. I would love to see him stay in the UFC. He can't afford he needs to go on a big win streak. He can't just win one and lose one, and win one, lose one, because that's what's going to get him cut. I don't know what it is. He needs to figure out what's not working in his camp or his game plan, get that situated, and, come back and, go on a big win streak. And I would love to see it, man, especially when he first came into the UFC.
So you're not blaming him then? You're blaming the camp and the training?
I can't really blame the camp. It's his camp. Michigan Top Team's his gym. He owns once he started making real money off of fighting, he built a big gym here in Michigan, got top recruits from the state, around the state, and a lot of the good guys from the state of Michigan Top Team are his guys that he personally trains. His dad and his mother are both world champion taekwondo fighters. I don't know what it is. I know that they do go to Detroit Jiu-Jitsu with I forget what's his name, the actual coach there, but I don't know what it is. He keeps the fight standing up, man. We've seen him knock out people with nice, flashy fucking head kicks. He could do it, and he needs to put it together. He needs to, he's gonna be in Bellator or World Series of Fighting or something.
Right, all right.
But that's the main fight I want to talk about from that card was that. But then we have fucking stupid Dominic Cruz taking a bullshit-ass win from TJ Dillashaw.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, it was BS. I thought Dillashaw won 4 and 5.
Yeah, I really did have Dillashaw winning that fight.
Like you said, don't let it come down.
No, you can't let it come down to the refs. Cannot do it. But no, man, did you watch it?
I watched some of it. I didn't watch all. I didn't think we was going to talk about it that much.
I mean, you should have watched it because the amount of footwork and the amount of defense and the striking that was shown in that fight is an awesome fight.
Well, I caught the highlight. I still got it on record.
Watch that fight because it's a beautiful fight.
Watch it, not because we're going to talk about it. Just watch it to enjoy it.
I'll check it out.
No, you're not. You're not going to fight.
Not the championship fight. I ain't going to go through all the fights, but I'll peep that out.
But that's the main fight that you need to see is that fight. It was actually a really good fight. I had Dillashaw winning it, but of course, fucking stupid judges gave it to Dillashaw or gave it to Dominic Cruz. That's something did you Phil Davey last night? Fucking Steve Harvey the shit out of that one fight.
Yeah, he did.
The Brian Handstone, whatever, Jackson versus James Salisbury. James Salisbury lost via submission, and he goes, "The winner by guillotine in the first round, James Salisbury," and everybody's like, "That's not who fucking won that fight." And it's not like at other events where people get it wrong. And it's like, you're a new guy. No, Phil Davies, one of the top guys in the state, and announcing. He announces for a lot of the big promotions.
Everybody. Yeah, well, Steve Harvey got one. Now he has one.
Upcoming next, though, within the next, not even a month now, we got 3 weeks. TXC at the Suburban Collection Showplace.
Yeah, they announced a couple matchups. They announced Andrew Ventimiglia versus
Taylor Moore.
Taylor Moore.
On SFS.
Last time we seen Andrew, he won by TKO. He's now 4-2. And then Taylor won by decision.
And he's 1-0.
He's 1-0. He beat Anthony Fleming, which they've had, countless battles. That was their third fight.
Third fight.
They had 2 previously on the amateur circuit.
Yeah. Taylor Moore, man, he's a very impressive fighter. That first professional fight when we seen him at TXC was kind of close for him. Hopefully he comes out because he says, he's definitely been working hard and he wants to show everybody what he's been working on. I would love to see a finish out of this kid. When he was in the amateurs, a couple of his fights he grinded out and got the 5-round victories, but he finished people left and right, and that's what he needs more. Explosive, just impressive, wins like that. Then we had announcement that Mike Hernandez will be fighting Josh Robinson for the 135 title.
Yeah, that fight between those guys is going to be fireworks.
Fireworks!
Call it right now. How many will we see a flying Superman punch?
Oh, fuck yeah. Over under 10.
Whoa.
Go under 10.
Over under 5.
Over. I'm going like 6. If he can get
under.
If he chucks Josh to the ground or whatever it may be, he stands up, you're going to see a flying Superman punch.
Right.
It's
Now. What's the counter for a flying Superman?
When you're on the ground, just
move the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, get the fuck up. No.
So it's coming, regardless. It's coming.
Mike Hernandez, Mike the Hurricane Hernandez, very, very impressive fighter here in Michigan, man. What's he, 9-2?
9-2 right now.
9-2 on quite a fucking winning streak. Many of them wins coming via KO or TKO. A couple decisions, but this man is just, even when he does win a decision, he's very impressive, very big. Man, every punch he throws, he can throw them for 3 rounds, 5 rounds, it don't matter. Every punch he throws is bad intentions written all over it. And when somebody's on the ground, he does this thing. I watched him fight live multiple times, and me and Bobby were sitting there, at the last TXC event, and Easy's sitting there, and Easy's seen him do it quite a bit too. And I look over Easy, I'm like, Easy, I want you to bet we're going to see a flying Superman punch. Whoop, it happens, you know what I mean? And we're like, oh, and then I was like, over, under. He just jumps up in the air as they're on the ground, dude, and he fucking like Superman punches them in their face. It's quite awesome. Josh Robinson, he's just coming off a decision loss he actually got TKO'd in the 5th round.
Yeah, against Johnny Bedford.
Johnny Bedford from the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter. That was a very impressive fight. He showed that he could take a hell of an ass whooping and give one too. So that's what makes this matchup even more impressive, because not too many people want to stand in front of.
Mistaken, Josh Robinson is also the 125-pound champion for TXC.
Yeah.
So he's going for the first. If I'm not mistaken, too, this is the first time that somebody will hold 2 titles simultaneously for TXC.
Yeah.
He's trying to go for a Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's a hot thing right now.
Will he Mystic Mac?
No.
He's not going to Mystic Mac?
No. I believe...
No, I mean, is he going to try to Mystic Mac and call?
Oh, probably. Here's the thing.
I'm not saying, is he going to beat...
He's gonna talk all of his shit, like he does. I love when he shit talks. The Bedford shit talking was amazing. It got real. But here's the thing is that Mike don't really have people that want to stand in front of him and actually get punched, and Josh will. He likes it for some reason. He's a fucking psycho. And that might be the downfall of Josh, though, because I don't think he's really fought somebody as heavy-handed as Hernandez yet. I may be wrong. I know Josh has a very, extensive pro record. So I could be wrong if he's, fought the likes, somebody that could hit as hard as Hernandez. I doubt it, because I have not really seen too many people be able to hit like Hernandez.
Right? I mean, and then... he announced another matchup between Vince Murdoch out of Team Alpha Male and TJ Larmini.
Huh?
The Vince Murdoch fight.
Oh, yeah.
TJ I slaughtered his name. I know I did.
Vince coming from Team Alpha Male.
Yep.
Also training with Michigan Top Team here and there, but coming all the way from California.
He's 5-2. He's already fought for Bellator.
Yeah, his striking is explosive and fast, and
he back in the day he fought James Holloway, beat James Holloway pretty soundly for the IFL.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's going way back.
Right. I need to watch that fight.
TJ is 2-0. His last fight he won by submission. Unfortunately for Vince, he lost his last fight.
Vince did?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got something to prove here.
Right. And this TJ kid, if Sherdog is correct, TJ's only 18 years old.
Oh.
So he's young.
We got another Sage Northcutt in the house.
Right? At the 135 division? Maybe we'll see Dana White there. Huh?
Dana?
Finding a fight?
CM Punk? No, then we had, who did he announce that Connor Cuppy's fighting?
Brandon Noble.
Brandon Noble coming off that very impressive knockout of Rick Ogden. Connor coming off 2 losses due to Mo Stratry and Mo Williams.
He's fighting another MTT guy.
Yeah. So hopefully he can, put it together and get a win here. And he's been really working hard. I know that basically everybody from McCall Mixed Martial Arts have been going up to TriStar and cross training up there and things like that. And it'd be nice to see Connor be able to put something together here and rattle off a couple wins himself. I think these last 2 losses have probably humbled him a little bit more, and I think we'll see a whole different Connor now.
Yeah, the thing is with this fight, it's going to be a striking war.
Yeah.
Unless Connor decides he wants to take the fight down. But because Connor's got the striking tools to make this an exciting fight. With his karate background, the guy's been doing karate since he was young, like 4 years old.
What do you think it's mainly been? Has it looked cardio or just what is it?
I don't know. I have no clue. He looks big for 155.
Yeah. I don't know what it is lately, man. He can get it together though, and he can write off some wins. He'll get that recognition. He went out to the tryouts for the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter, and they told him to get a couple more wins and give us a call back. And he's kind of gone the opposite way since then. But
you know what? He's not taking any gimme fights. He's not fighting all tough guys.
He's not. That's what I like about him though, is that he's not taking the easy fights. He wants to test himself. He wants to prove himself.
Well, according to you guys, and it does make sense, that's the way to go. That's the way to get your name out there and to get recognized.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing is most pro fighters, they lose 1 or 2. They especially on the regional circuit, they're looking to rebound with another easier fight. That's not Connor. Connor's taken 3 guys from a legit gym. It's also probably stemming from the hatred that those gyms hate to have for each other.
Yeah.
But he's taking legit guys every single time.
Now, I like the route that George Simos is going.
Yes.
Going into other states and fighting
awesome,
those tight guys.
You don't see that. You don't see that at all.
Connor and them, they went out of state a couple times and fought guys out of state. Thing being, as Bobby was saying, it mainly I think stems from the hatred. Once he tries to fight everybody in Michigan top team, then he'll start fighting more guys out of state. Like, no, give me a guy out of state. But fucking I just them guys hate each other.
Now, which route do you think is better, fighting the quality fights, within Michigan, or bouncing from state to state if you have that opportunity and knocking out those top guys?
Do both, but here's the thing, is that even as we were just talking to the man, George Simos, at an amateur level, he has a very professional feel to him, and he said it perfectly in the interview. Yeah, sure, it would be great to be known as the best guy in Michigan, but at the end of the day, is that what all these guys want? They just want to be the best in Michigan? No, it's not. Not one motherfucking guy, especially in the professional level want to be the best guy in the state. Are there some amateurs that would be okay? Yeah, absolutely. There's a bunch of amateurs where they would love to just be the best guy in the state, and that's all that would fucking matter to them. But these aren't those guys. These guys want to be the best in the country, if not the world. So I do highly believe that once Connor tries to fight every 55er in Michigan top team, he'll probably start fighting guys. I'll say, but he once again he'll never take an easy fight. He's not going to go out there and fight another guy from a different state that's just some bum. He won't do it. And he's got balls, and I believe that, as I was saying a little bit ago, I believe these last 2 losses has been a very big learning experience for him. Has taught him more things about himself that he didn't, realize before he made the pro, jump. And now he's gonna, fix whatever's been going wrong. And Brandon Noble, is no slouch, but it's a very, very winnable matchup for Connor.
Okay.
And then the next fight that was announced was Shamir Garcia and Gregory Millard from Aruba. Shamir is right now 6-1. Gregory is 3-3.
Shamir's only loss coming in Bellator, correct?
Yep, his only loss is at Bellator. Let's see here. Ben Ritter. And it was by decision. Yeah, and I've seen him fight quite a bit, especially for TXC. Joe Battaglia, he used to be their champion in the 170 division, 185. Was it welterweight or middleweight? Right here, Sherdog has him listed as a light heavyweight.
He was definitely like the middleweight.
But let's see here.
But Shamir, man, when he comes out, he's very impressive. Eric and a couple other guys here from Cave Radio broadcasted a couple years ago from an event, and he walked down with legitimately like almost every flag of every country in the world. Like he had a bunch of people, with him, and they carried so many different types of flags out.
It's gonna be for the middleweight championship.
Okay, and then he's always got a big crowd, big entrances. It's great, and he's fighting Gregory Millard.
The Reuben Assassin.
Yeah, the Reuben Assassin. What's his record?
3-3.
3-3.
Yep, his last fight, he won in the first round by TKO for an eye fighting championship.
There was one other impressive matchup that I seen this week, man.
He's also fought for Bellator twice. He's 1-1 in Bellator.
Okay. There's something else.
Are we going to make our predictions on these fights?
That's what we'll do.
Closer to
closer to that. But how about this?
Once we get more of the fights announced, we'll do the whole show. We'll pick them all.
Yeah, we'll pick them. We'll talk about them. We'll get leading up to the event. We'll get some guys on because our sponsored fighter Bobby Nash. When being Bobby Nash goes wrong.
That's what we didn't say. We didn't ask him about when he was here. We didn't get to. We ran out of time.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about, hey, you kicked your fucking nephew across the room? What the hell's up with that, Bobby? No, I'm not going to get kicked across the room. Yeah, you want to fucking see? Like, no.
We had to say something about it.
No, he's a good guy. Bobby, he has a very, funny sense of humor and shit like that. Can't wait to see him compete.
I just can't wait to just do the whole event. Just be a part of it.
It's awesome, isn't it? It is great.
It's awesome.
It is one of the best experiences out of any of the events we've ever been to. TX.
And he doesn't get pissed drunk.
I doesn't,
because Eric will beat him into a pulp.
Well, it's only the first time I did one of them. I was excited. I was nervous. Live broadcasting from the TXC event.
Right, that's what me.
And I got pissy drunk, dude. And I just everybody who came up, I was talking fuck, blah, 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 and kind of slurring and yelling, saying fuck every sentence or every couple words, and kind of just being kind of obnoxious. But I've really worked on it. I'm feeling good about myself. I've worked on it. Not just with the Cave Radio going to the TXC, but with, Cage in the Cave. That's why I love getting experience going to these events of live broadcasting or just doing interviews. And, honing it all in, learning it, you know what I mean? I was a little baby. I was baby Jesus, dude. He was a man. He had a beard.
Yep, he's gonna smite you.
I didn't know anything at the time, so that's why I stay soberish at events.
Are we just gonna have audio, any video?
What?
Are we gonna have any video? Can we?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course with our interviews.
We're media.
All right, I'm just saying,
we're media. We get these fucking big old passes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just walk by people like, media.
Okay,
But we'll definitely shoot some interviews.
Yeah, we'll shoot some interviews. We'll, because the way that they have it set up with, with Cave Radio and everything, we're Cage side, we're right there. And sometimes, we'll take even if there's a fight coming up, we'll like to take a break, you know what I mean? And then we'll just like recap the fight that we missed real quick. Or sometimes it doesn't happen, but it's a great experience, man.
Sometimes the long line to the bathroom causes us to get back late.
Yeah. It did.
This guy peed his pants and was missed like 3 fights.
No.
Diaper.
Yeah, right? But no, that's one of the greatest experiences, man. Especially what was awesome is when they used to do them at the Macomb
Didn't get to see it.
Music Theater or whatever it was called. You didn't get to see it, but, dude, right above the cage there was a balcony, and that's where the fuck we sat. It was like a bird's eye view, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was awesome, but now we're cage side, and it's just as sweet.
Blood or sweat got in my pop once.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, not drinking that anymore.
As soon as you finally decided to get one, too.
Yeah, I was kind of upset.
But yeah, I can't wait for that. They always do a great show. Other than that, I don't know if there's much. Next weekend we got, I believe Aaron Smith is supposed to be fighting for Rumble FC, Terry Van Avery's promotion against Marcus Malding.
Our sponsored fighter who was in last week.
Tony Herbie is fighting next week. Bobby's making them run out to Birch Run, Expo Center to
probably by myself.
Watch that happen.
A bunch of bitches.
When is it? Saturday?
Yep.
Okay. What time? We'll talk.
Hour and a half drive.
It'd be a road trip. And I don't like road trips. I'm not sitting in the fucking car and you rolling down the windows on me again, you piece of shit. It's not happening.
As long as it's not snowing, we're good.
But no, I want it. Even though we're only a fucking MMA show, we're just some radio show.
He still hasn't let it go, even though the guy did say.
I remember.
He even messaged.
We squashed
Did
it.
I show you the messages between me and him?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked. We're buddy now.
Didn't we beat him out in the voting anyway?
No, we came 1 vote shy. Of him.
11 votes shy of winning.
Okay.
But
it was rigged. It was a trick.
Today, man. Today is the AFC NFC Championship games. I love it. You know what I mean? I loved the games last week, and today I'm gonna go over my in-laws and make some pizzas, homemade pizzas. We're doing it from scratch and shit.
Okay. Haven't done that.
And watching the game. So, who do you guys have in the NFC between Carolina and the Cardinals?
I am a Carson Palmer fan.
Okay.
Not what I would have thought.
So.
No.
Oh, yeah. Since Cincinnati. I even caught this.
Hey, I thought I was going to look over at him and I'm just like, dabbing it up on me.
See, I thought about that. Everybody expects me to go for Cam for whatever reason.
Why? What was that? He was touching his skin. What was that?
Same reason for you locking the door.
We were in Detroit at 1 in the morning.
But, no, I've been a Carson Palmer fan since Cincinnati. I even caught a couple of USC games, but I want my man to get one.
No, you're an asshole though. Like, you had to touch his skin. No, it wasn't that reason. What? What are you talking about? I want
Terry Foster picks him because of that.
Right. What's going on,
Roger? If it was any other team, then I pick Cam. But I like Carson Palmer.
I like the Cardinals. I like what they've been able to do over the last couple of years. They like that amount of quarterback. They had Kurt Warner, and then once he was out gone, whatever. They're like, oh, we'll get Carson Palmer. Carson, yeah, man. Ever since he was the Bengals, he had so much potential, and they just couldn't do much, you know.
No, that filthy in the playoff game, Steelers rolled his ankle because he connected with Henry. It was like a 60-yard bomb, but he rolled on the back of him towards ACL, and he was out.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was dirty.
Yes.
But I'm taking the Cardinals in this one, man. I think the Panthers are getting a little ahead of themselves. I think they have a bigger ego. They need to realize that they had one of the easier, schedules this year. And your team is, you're a really good football team. I'll give you guys that. Over the last couple of years, you guys have really progressed as a football team since Cams came here. But as of right now in this moment, I think they're a little ahead of themselves, and I would love to see the Cardinals because the Cardinals have been consistently a legitimate team, what they've been doing for the last, let's say 8 years or so. It's been, what's, molding this franchise, and I would love to see the Cardinals in the Super Bowl.
If they could, the Panthers would be much scarier if they could end games. These past,
if they had a real
4 or 5 games, they let everybody back in the second half, and that's what's scary. In this situation, you ain't supposed to let that happen.
Super Cam.
All right.
Ooh, Bobby's taking the Carolina Panthers today.
Super Cam's going to put the Carolina Panthers on his back, and he's going to win the game.
All right, Denver versus Patriots.
I wish it was a week rest so Manny can have his arm, but I hope that defense holds up going Denver.
You got to go with the Patriots. I think Brady is going to bend Peyton over his knee like he's done his whole career.
And spank him?
Except for 1 year.
1 year. Wow, 1 year.
1 year.
Hey, what is it?
No, 2 years.
Oh,
they went to the Super Bowl
What
twice.
did he say? There was that one meme a couple years ago. Oh, I called you yesterday. It went straight to voicemail. And he's like, and it said, you're calling the greatest quarterback ever. He's like, and it's like Peyton. He's like, yeah, it was a joke. He's like, oh, I know it was a joke. I was just surprised that after only one ring, it went to that. I'm taking the Patriots, man.
I know you are.
The Broncos have been they're slow starters. You know what I mean? They're starting to finish games in the fourth quarter and things like that. These aren't the Steelers, the beat-up Steelers. This is a team that has got back Gronk, that's got back Edelman, that's got back Amendola, that are going to go out there and compete early and fucking be high tempo the whole time. And if they get ahead, they're not fucking looking back. They're not going to hold off and let you catch up, buddy. No, that's not what the fucking Patriots do. And the Patriots defense has looked spectacular this year, especially with everybody being out and them still being able to win games. They went 12-4 with fucking nobody.
Well, here's the thing, too, is that Brady's been in a Super Bowl every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I agree.
And they're looking to repeat. They're looking to repeat and be the first team to do it since who was the last team to do it?
The last team to repeat?
Yep. Do you know that?
49ers?
No, it was the New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah, back in 03, 04? What year was it? 04?
So.
Okay. It was them.
Cardinals all the way, man.
It's going to be Cardinals and the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
No, we're going to have a rematch of the Carolina Panthers and New England Patriots, and it's going to come down to a field goal.
And the Patriots are going to take it.
This time the Patriots are going to miss.
The Patriots are going to they're going to Super Bowl, and then Tom Brady's going to Disneyland afterwards. So,
all right, of course, shout out to the Wilson clan, shout out to the Honey Badger, and all our fans. Even though y'all motherfuckers didn't call and win that shirt, love y'all.
Thanks, Calie, for coming on. Thanks, Sam, for setting that up for us. Thanks, Mike Akers, for having us out last night. And, just shout out to all the fighters that fought last night. And thanks to Cave Radio for giving us a place to talk about this every week.
To annoy you guys with our voices. Yeah, shout out to all the fighters that went out last night and competed in memory of Dom O'Grady. Shout out to Roger that's running around here like a madman right now from Sports Radio Detroit. He came out there last night, was our engineer. And it's teaching us a couple new things about social media because we're a bunch of anti-social motherfuckers. Shout out to Calie for coming on. And shout out to if Tom Brady loses today, he needs to take off the fucking helmet and just start scrapping with Peyton. That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see a fist fight today. Somebody needs to fight. But that does it for this week in Cage in the Cave, fight fans and shitheads. See you guys next week.
Lend me a